Learn to be super successful. Subscribe to my channel, Meathead.
Those the influencers are a group of people that either directly or indirectly influence me.
I think it's corrupted, so we'll replace the.
It's corrupted. No. Wait a minute. Let's get this straight. Who corrupted it? Was it corrupted when he put it in his machine, or was it corrupted before? Okay, now. Okay, for example, the Jack Welch, T. Boone Pickens had an influence on me. I never met Jack Welch, but T. Boone Pickens I met. And one of the words of wisdom that he gave me 35 years ago, he just passed away, unfortunately, is if you want to do a deal bad enough, Danny, you'll do a bad deal. And that's resonated with me all my life, or 35 years of my life. Jack Kennedy, one of the presidents I met as a young man at the 1960 convention, Democratic convention at the LA Convention Center. I thought he was a brave guy, a hero from World War II, my dad's era. The person next to him, Governor Hugh Carey, the former governor of New York, who was a business partner of mine and actually on one of my first dream teams. Donald Trump, who I knew in another lifetime, full disclosure, I knew him back in the 80s, late 80s and early 90s. Ted Turner, they're all influenced me directly or indirectly. And as has Adolf Hitler, Stalin, Genghis Khan, Attila the Hun, they've all influenced me. And one of the biggest things that I have difficulty getting across to most of the kids is that high performance doesn't mean good. High performance could mean you're an asshole. Okay, let's find out where this other guy is.
Yeah, John's the Australian guy, or living in Hong Kong, so I don't know where he is.
Okay. You mean the guy that's in Hong Kong with JP Morgan?
Yeah.
Okay, we can get started. He can catch up. Let's get started.
Waiting for the file still. Waiting for the file.
Oh, that's right. You're the file. You corrupted the file. Yeah, Tony. Yeah.
So Kim will come here, sir, to give them a new USB.
Okay. Well, why don't one of you start to explain your deal, the deal that you brought?
So I'll start explaining. I brought a deal. I got a couple people that we've reached out to. We recently, just before we left, we got a real motivated seller. Guy's 82. He's on the way out. He's got a street sweeping company in Orlando. He does, for the last 3 years, his revenue's been going down a little bit, right? He wants, and when I found it through a broker, right? Not the best way, but we got it. He's asked, 18's numbers are 900 and change, right?
It's revenue.
Yeah, he wants 550,000, right? EBITDA, he's not making any fucking money. His EBITDA or his SDE, seller's discretionary earnings, is 100 and change, and it's all the shit that he has the business pay for that's owner benefit to him. But actual money, he's not making any fucking money. So when I talked to the broker, I said, listen, you're a bit rich here on your multiple. You want a 4-time multiple or a 3.5-time multiple on a business that's going down in revenue for the last 3 years? I said, well, we're negotiable. I said, well, I hope you're really negotiable. Right. So he said they were, right. The guys, he had some people for Christmas or some shit like that. I said, I want to sit with the guy. Well, we can have a conference call. I said, I want to talk to the guy. I want to feel the guy out. Because that's the way I sell myself to him. So he's going to hold the money and he's going to get his retirement that he doesn't have for the next 2 years that he's going to fucking live when he finances the deal for me. So my thought is, as long as the due diligence is there and what he says is in the deal is there, I'm going to give him $100,000. Right? And I want to pay 200, 250 tops for the business.
What's the revenue?
Revenue is just under $1 million, but it's been going down, right? So I've got, the trucks are old. He's got some old street sweepers. He says it's worth money. It ain't worth the fuck. He can keep them if he wants them and sell them somewhere else. I'll go buy new ones and get a fucking payment. So that's the plan on that one. I got another one. That one I didn't send to you. That's a new one. I got another one who the guy's motivated, but not as motivated.
Well, let's stop right there, because I make comments on these deals. Okay, number one, even if he does it the way you want it, I assume that you're not going to pay accountants and lawyers to do due diligence because the deal's so small.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're going to do due diligence within your board.
Yes.
Okay. When it's a seller finance, the board's not going to take any money out. You're not going to take any money out. You're going to have to wait for the second deal. The only downside of seller finance is you can't take any money out until you have seller finance of 2 or 3 deals, and then you finance them commercially at a bank. Then you pull money out, and you normally it's not really a refinance because it's the first time it's being financed, but you finance it for 110, 120, 130% of the purchase price to begin with. So as long as you understand that, and the worst thing that can happen on his side is you default. So if you default, he gets to keep the money, he gets the business back. On a business like that, it's not like he's going to default because you can just write a check and just, but as long as you understand those basics, those precepts, then it's all right.
From our perspective, what we're looking for, like Dan says, is our goal in 2020 is to double our size, right? We want to put on $10 million in revenue, right? So we're looking at buying the revenue versus going out and finding these fucking accounts, which is hard, man. It's hard to come up with $1 million a year recurring maintenance accounts. So when we buy it for this, if you paid a little more, you paid a little more, but you got the customer. Now we can take care of them. We got somebody to work with. So that's our goal.
Yeah, that sounds all right. Yeah. That sounds all right.
I have another one. I don't know if anybody else. I have another one. The guy's really not that motivated, but it's a larger deal. He brings in $1.8 million. It's a landscape company. He wants 1.75, but he's got a building. Building is overvalued. I asked him, I said, well, how did you come up with a valuation on your building? Well, did you see this place? I said, you got an appraisal or something? I mean, where would you get $750,000 for this building? Well, if you don't want it, we'll carve it out of the deal. I said, great, let's put it out of the deal. No, I don't fucking want it. Although our initial goal was if he said that it was worth less money, to put some weight on that, because you could finance that versus the business and pull some money out. But that didn't work. So he carved that out. So he wants $1.1 million. He's bringing in $1.75 million. My thought on the deal is we come in with about $300,000, right, cash. I want him to hold 6. I want to offer 9, right? Now, out of that 6, the issue is he's got one account that controls more than 20% of the revenue. So that's why I want him to hold the money for a longer period of time. If he says no, I need more money, my second option to that is, all right, so we'll split what I'm asking you to finance, and we'll put $300,000 in escrow for 3 years to make sure that account that you say that's holding 30% of the revenue doesn't drop. So at the end of year 1, that account's still there. We give him $100,000 out of the escrow. He's still financing the other $300,000. Right?
So he's getting no money.
He's getting $300 up front.
No, but it's an escrow.
No, he's getting $300, and then 6. 3 of the 6 is an escrow. The other 3 is on a second to him. So he gets it every month, right? This is a relatively younger guy. He's like 50, but he's burned out. He's got a bad hip. He just doesn't want to do it anymore, so he says. So then if that doesn't work, the other option, he wants more money or he wants money, I want to bring him on as an account manager, right? So I bring him on and I say, listen, you're in charge of account retention. And I give him some money.
What are the margins in all these businesses?
We work internally on an average of 50% gross margin, right? We go below that a little bit to 40 when it's a sub-based model, right? So a lot of jobs we sub out, which we don't touch. There we go down to 40.
You can still get a 40% margin when you sub it.
Yeah. It's got to be the right customer. Remember, we have a pool of partners that we work with, AC guys and all these type of people now, here's the trick. You can't fuck those guys. You got to, that's your ace in the hole, right? You got to take care of those people because when someone calls you and their AC's down on a Sunday and they want it fucking taken care of, you take care of it. Therefore,
you read my name out.
Yeah.
There's 7 people in that group.
No, you're in this group.
You're in this one. You're in here.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. You told us you wanted to win, man. You come to this fucking team.
Okay. Oh, there's stuff in the wrong fucking...
Yeah. The Aussie, Doc says, the Aussie that lives in Hong Kong where You mean J.P. Morgan? He says, anyway, it doesn't surprise me at J.P. Morgan that I fuck it up. This is why J.P. Morgan is below Goldman Sachs. Okay, go ahead.
So if he doesn't go for that, right, which I think he won't because the guy's not that motivated, but he does want to sell, this guy we already met with, the actual owner, right? And we when we meet with him, we plan it in a way where we take a long time. So the fucking broker gets antsy. He wants to leave. When he fucking leaves, we take the guy. And then we talk to him. So we were with him for 3 hours, fucking drilling. Oh, I've been selling it for a while. I said, there's only one reason why you haven't sold it. He said, well, what's that? I said, you're being unreasonable with the price, man. Yeah, well, everybody wants me to hold some money. I said, it's not going to happen if you don't hold any money. I'm just here to tell you, whether you sell it to me or you sell it to somebody else, it ain't going to fucking happen. So we crossed that bridge, and he finally accepted to hold some money, right? So if he doesn't hold any money, like Dan said, we write it off. But my last option for him is to bring him on as a possible account retention manager, and he just works 1 day a week, and he gets a percentage at the end of the month based on the accounts that he sold us that they stay and how much they spend with us. Because he knows these people, he's owned the business for 30 years. So those are the options we're playing with.
Now, that sounds well thought out, and any one of those could work, but I don't go through all that. I assume the first offer is going to win. And it not always does, but almost always. Those other three options are backup plans. That doesn't mean they're not good, but because normally the first offer is going to be the best for us. And I don't want to get off that horse. So I'll ride that horse a little longer than normal, even if its hoofs fall off, because I know that's the best.